A historic day in Sebring, the 12 Hours of Sebring, and 17 years to the day after Penske and Porsche won their last Sebring 12 Hours overall. It's hard to believe, but this is how racing works sometimes. It was Penske Porsche winning yet again. This time, a 1-2 finish. Ironically enough, in 2008, it was also a 1-2 finish, but it wasn't two Penske cars. It was the Dyson Racing RS Spider. Yes, remember Dyson Racing? Finished second overall, but this was a fantastic win for Team Penske. And if we go back to that 2008 race, it was really spectacular. It was a P2 car winning overall, which is almost unheard of in today's IMSA competition. And one of those drivers driving for Penske Porsche at the time was a driver by the name of Timo Bernhard. Timo still works for Team Penske, and I caught up with him in Victory Lane here at Sebring. All right, Timo, this is a very special day for Penske and Porsche. It was a very special day 17 years ago for Penske and Porsche, and you were the driver then. How special is this?
Well, it's super special. I mean, we came here with LMP2 car with our Spider. We won outright in 2008, and previously Porsche won in 1988, so it was 20 years ago. So, and since 2008, Porsche was chasing this overall victory, and today they achieved it. Or we achieved it as a team, Porsche Penske Motorsport, 17 years ago. To the day, I mean, see, this is the spirit that you need, you know.
How cool is it that it's the same engine that came out of the RS Spider, or it's at least a son of it? I mean, how cool is that?
Exactly,
Same family.
Yeah, now with a hybrid car and with a turbo, but it's the same family, and it's what makes Porsche strong, you know, always this drive, and together with Penske, you know, to be the best. And Sebring is a super hard race to win, so to win it 17 years later, that's great.
You're such an experienced driver. Tell me about how special it is, the achievement that Nick Tandy pulled off today. He's won virtually every endurance race in the world now.
Well, I said, and he's also in the elite circle of a Triple Crown winner, you know, with Le Mans and Daytona and Sebring. So there's not many drivers achieved that. So that's something very special. But I have to say, all 6 drivers, so they did an awesome job. And congrats as well, you know, to Lawrence, Nick, and obviously Felipe. I mean, outstanding job. And it's, you know, again, car 7 won like 17 years ago. So not only was this a historic day for Team Penske, that 1-2 finish 17 years after their previous overall win here at Sebring, but it was a historic day for Nick Tandy, one of the 3 drivers in the driving squad that won today's 12 Hours of Sebring. Nick Tandy has not only won every major endurance race now in the country, the Big 6, I guess we're calling it now, which are the Spa 24-hour, Nürburgring 24-hour, Daytona 24-hour, the Le Mans 24-hour, of course, the Sebring 12 Hours, and Petit Le Mans. He's the only driver to win all of those overall. And here's the other thing about Nick Tandy that's super, super cool. He is now 2/3 of the way to winning the Triple Crown, which is Le Mans, Sebring, and Daytona. He's already done that in his career, but no driver has won the Triple Crown in the same year. The closest to do that was Ken Miles, winning the same pair of races, Daytona and Sebring, but couldn't get it done at Le Mans. Nick Tandy will have a chance to do that in June. But we spoke to Nick Tandy directly after the race, and in fact, we spoke to him so fresh out of the car that they had to cut the interview short to bring him to Victory Lane. You've achieved something that very few have done. Names like AJ Foyt have won the Triple Crown of sports car racing. Has it sunk in yet?
No, I mean, I don't know if it ever, probably never does until you, I don't know, until you stop racing. But man, it's like when you look at, the thing is, I've got this Triple Crown, right? I've won all these, the big 6 that I like, you know, that other people and I consider the big endurance races on top of the 424s. But what is equally exciting is the fact that there's about 60 other people here who are Mr. or Miss 36 hour, because we just don't, you know, we won. We won 24 hours, 12 hours, and awesome.
Go to the podium. And it must have been good karma that Nick Tandy came on the channel this weekend to do a lap around Sebring, a race that he had not won overall. Well, he's done that now. Let's take a look at the full results, or at least talk about the top 3 finishers in each class. In GTP and overall, it was that number 7 Penske Porsche Motorsports entry, Felipe Nasr, Nick Tandy, and Lawrence Van Thor winning the race overall, the 73rd running of the 12 Hours of Sebring. The number 7 Penske, of course, won in 2008 as well. The number 6 Penske was second, and third was the 93 Meyer-Shank Racing Acura ARX 06. I told you yesterday that I expected it to be Penske versus Acura. At the end of the day, it was Penske versus Acura. In LMP2, it was the Inter Europol, number 43, winning in LMP2. A bit of a surprise. I think most of us expected it would be TDS. They were so fast throughout the entire week, but a driving strategy error where Stephen Thomas had to get, the bronze driver in that car, had to get an extra stint in to do an extra 6 minutes, really set them back significantly. TDS finished third in the race. The Tower Motorsports car, redemption after a disqualification after an apparent win at the Rolex a couple of weeks ago. So that's good for them, although they did not win the race. GT Pro, once again, another great day for Porsche, and Rexy put a lot of the controversy this week behind him, winning the pro ranks in GT. That was an awesome, awesome drive from the AO Racing Porsche. And then it was Paul Miller, 48 from number 1, rounding out the podium. Great day for BMW and Paul Miller, but it really looked like throughout the race that Paul Miller's BMWs had control of this race. It was kind of surprising that the AO Racing Porsche was able to claw their way back into the lead towards the end of the event. Certainly it seems like the Porsches, whether they're in GT or in GTP, are quick at night. And in GTD, this was probably the most exciting battle down to the wire. It was Windward Racing versus Lexus, and it was Windward getting the win after a bump and run, a NASCAR-style bump and run in lap traffic. Ironically enough, GT Pro lap traffic, the 57 knocking the 12 out of the way and going on to the win. Rounding out the podium in GTD was the Heart of Racing team, which of course to kind of transition into another aspect of the Heart of Racing team. They debuted the LMH car, the Valkyrie, this day, and it made it all 12 hours. I caught up with team principal, and I got that title right this time, Ian James, right after Sebring to ask him about this historic day for Aston Martin.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like we beat a couple of really good cars in there, you know, that have been in this championship for a number of years. 12 hours around Sebring. You know, we brought the noise, we brought the car, and you know, we got to the finish, you know, and we were pretty competitive there for a while, you know, so we learned a lot. We're going to go back to the workshop, come back to Long Beach better and stronger.
The pace looked amazing. I mean, you were right on pace throughout most of the race. Was that the expectation at all?
Yeah, you never know what other people are doing and fuel saving and all that, but you know, we weren't that far off, you know, so if people discounted us going into this, maybe they're thinking again, you know, before the end of the year they may be seeing us at the sharp end.
Yeah, I was super impressed with the Valkyrie today. They were right on the GTP pace, and again, as Alex Riberas and others told us throughout the week, this was a test day, essentially, for the Valkyrie program, and the fact that they were on the pace, looked competitive at times, were able to pass and beat competitive cars, as Ian James mentioned. I mean, that's a significant win for that program. Significant win for convergence in sports car racing. Here in IMSA, it's the first LMH car that's run. So, you know, if you look at it, a problem-free run, a competitive amount of lap times. I think they had to change the nose cone of the car once, but outside of that, really a flawless day for the Valkyrie Aston Martin. We look forward to seeing what they do at Long Beach in the next round of the championship. Wayne Taylor Racing, what a disastrous first 2 races for them. Crashes today with the 10 car. The 10 car couldn't stop hitting GT cars throughout the day. A penalty set them back, although they ended up finishing well up within the top 10. And the 40 car, Brendan Hartley stuck it in the wall. Who knows what is going on, because the Wayne Taylor Cadillac combination in the DPI era was so strong, but coming back to Cadillac has not been the homecoming I think Wayne Taylor and Wayne Taylor Racing were expecting to see. So I think it was an absolutely fantastic weekend. If you have never gone to the 12 Hours of Sebring, you absolutely need to make it happen. If you're a racing fan, if you're a partier, if you're somewhere in between, there's something for everyone here. Special thanks goes out to IMSA. They definitely helped a lot with my content this week. You might have noticed some of the footage that I used came directly from them. It's because they asked. They opened their doors to social media people like me, and it's just fantastic to see forward-thinking, growth mindset in racing, and that's what this series is all about. And also thanks, shout out to GT Rain, another YouTuber, my friend Chris, who was running the camera for me this weekend. The link to his channel will be in the description for you guys to check out. Thank you guys so much for watching my coverage of the 12 Hours of Sebring. I hope you enjoyed it, put a ton of effort in, and I'm looking forward to covering IMSA throughout this season. We'll be back to IndyCar content very shortly as well. Don't you worry about that. Thermal Club coming up. I can't even say it right. I'm tired. We'll see ya in the next video.